Whether you're buying your dream home, investing, or looking to sell, today I'm going to be giving you a step-by-step guide on how to really navigate London's complex property market, including where to search, how to find off-market gems, and what agents really do, and how to get you negotiated successfully. Hi everyone, Arinzeh here. Thanks for checking out another episode of my YouTube channel. I am a London-based property agent with over a decade experience helping clients navigate one of the most challenging real estate markets in the world. London is unlike many global cities. We have 32 boroughs, each with its own market dynamics, price bands, and pace of sales. And property here can move quickly in some areas, sometimes in days or even before it's officially listed, while being stagnant in others. In fact, some of the best properties never even make it to the online portals and might be sold off-market, as agents may share with their network of investors and contacts. That's why understanding how the property market actually works is critical. So let's start with your search process. Number one, where to search for properties. Most buyers start on national portals such as Rightmove, Zoopla, and On the Market. These portals are great for getting a feel of asking price and stock levels. You can put in your criteria and search for, say, 2 bedrooms in Notting Hill, and you'll definitely see a lot of options. Now, one of the limitations, though, is that these listings have to be publicly listed on the portals. To be fair, somewhere between 90 to 95% of properties are listed on these national portals. But in prime central London, especially the most expensive properties, they will often be listed off-market. So how do people find these hidden gems? In London, the off-market world is fairly significant, especially in the ultra-high-end luxury sector. Off-market means that these properties are listed for sale but not publicly advertised. Vendors often want privacy or are testing the waters. Properties might be shared only with trusted agents or advisors. This is where a buying agent becomes invaluable. As a buying agent myself, I work on behalf of the buyer, not the seller, to access, preview, and negotiate properties, both those online and off-market. I leverage industry relationships, contacts with local agents, and speak to a wealth of those advisors to tap into my network to source exclusive options, sometimes even before the for sale sign goes up. In addition, we're also starting to see a network of sellers that can list on a few portals that are discrete listings and considered off-market. So what does an agent actually do for you? In the UK, estate agents typically work for the vendor or seller. Their job is to get the highest price possible for their clients, the sellers or vendors, and close the deal. As a buying agent, my role is to represent the buyer. I have a fiduciary duty, which means to work on my clients' best interests and put their needs ahead of my own. I advise on price, guide on the area nuances, and manage the entire search and negotiation process. I also raise the red flag on issues like overpriced, nuances of the building or property, area dynamics, and much more. On the flip side, when I work for sellers or vendors, I help prepare properties for the market, suggest pricing strategies, coordinate photography and marketing, and ensure the home is marketed based on the best strategy to achieve optimal goals. Now let's talk about how to secure a property. If you found something that you love, here are my top tips to secure it. Before you even start searching, make sure you have your financing in place. Whether you're cash or mortgage backed, make sure you have proof of funds or mortgage in principle ready to show and demonstrate that you're a serious buyer, and also just to confirm the budget and the payment terms you're comfortable with. Be decisive. Good properties in London do not wait. Hesitation often means losing out. Also, when it comes to presenting your offer, don't just focus on price. Sellers sometimes care about things like flexibility, speed, and certainty. So if you're chain-free or flexible in timing, that could definitely put you at an advantage. Present an offer that is clear-eyed, but don't be afraid to demonstrate an emotional connection if that makes sense. You also need to understand seller psychology. Are they motivated? Tailoring your offer to suit their needs can help secure the deal. Now, when it comes to negotiating, especially in London, it is an art more than just a science. Key tip, don't assume that big discounts are always possible. In some areas like Chelsea, Marylebone, or Notting Hill, demand can be high, especially with low stock, or vendors may simply wait for a better buyer. Many buyers in central London often own their properties outright, so sometimes they don't always consider the actual market dynamics. So they're just looking for a particular price to achieve. So though it may have been a buyer's market for a long time in London, every area and type of property is different. A freehold house in Holland Park, say, might fly off the shelf, while a 2-bedroom in Marylebone might have a bit more competition and therefore has to be priced right to sell. I advise clients using comparable sales data, vendor motivation highlights, and broader market context in positioning themselves. Sometimes the best deal is securing the right home in the current market, not just driving the price down. But when price reductions are possible, I will definitely help you secure your offer with clear logic and perspective. Also, don't forget when you're considering buying that you're going to typically want a survey to make sure you understand the condition of the property, and they'll also identify issues that you might need to consider when buying that property or even used for negotiation. You want to avoid emotional bidding wars and be clear on the value this home brings to you and what you can afford. In conclusion, London's property market can definitely be complex with many dynamics to consider, such as the type of property, location, your pricing options, and the overall dynamics of the buyer's market, supply and demand. There's so much to consider. But with the right support and doing your education, I hope it becomes more manageable. Here are a couple of the key takeaways. Use portals to research, but don't rely on them exclusively. If you can, work with a buying agent that can help you access on the market as well as off-market options and give you good guidance. Understand who the estate agent works for, ultimately it's the seller, and make sure that someone is looking out for you. Be prepared, be strategic, and don't underestimate the power of relationships in the market. Whether you're buying, selling, or just starting to explore, having an expert work in your corner can definitely make a difference. Thanks so much for watching this video. I hope you found it useful. But there's so much more to consider when buying or selling in London. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. Leave me a message in the comments, or you can reach out to me directly on WhatsApp at +44 770 318 3750, or connect with me on all the other social media platforms. If you've liked this video, please hit that like button and don't forget to consider subscribing if it's your first time. If you want to know more about the London property market or living in this incredible city, make sure to check out my weekly videos or look back on some of the previous ones, because we'll share so much that will help you get a better sense of this incredible capital city. I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.